An idea you hold in your mind will manifest in the physical form by law. I make a decision, it's done. Because that's the energy. It's no longer I will be, it's I am. So the second that you see yourself with what you want, you have it. Okay, so the second you see it, you have it. Because you can't, if you see something, it means you can have it.
In 2019, my husband and I were making negative $500 a month, $100,000 in line of credit debt, and we're borrowing every single month to keep the heat on because my heat bill is ridiculous here. And I don't even know what it was like to live pay to pay. Like I had no idea what it was like to live pay to pay because I would get paid, we'd borrow, pay back, we'd borrow, and it was just this vicious cycle. And then in 6 weeks, it was 6 weeks, I had manifested my $100,000 debt being paid off, $10,000 checks, a new career, and now here I am sitting in front of you guys. I have made a lot of money in the last over a year. Like I'm coming up on $500,000. Like I manifested everything that's been on my list, and my husband said, look at your list. He said, everything that you said you were going to do, you did.
So many people will create an idea in their mind and then contradict it. So for example, I did this all the time. When I had my own business, my own network marketing business, I wanted to bring on team members onto my team. I wanted to prospect and recruit onto my team to help people to make an income, to grow my team so I could be a bigger leader. So the idea in my mind was the idea of a team. And so the idea was hundreds of people. So if I hadn't followed the law, all I had to do was to continue to see myself with a team of 100 people, and it would have came into form if I focused on the end result. But what I did was I started reaching out, but I started sending out messages, and I would get people that would say, no, I'm not interested, or people would ghost me and they wouldn't respond to me. And then my mind started thinking, oh, this isn't gonna happen. Oh, people are saying no to me. How am I gonna build a team of 100 people when nobody's interested? What did I do? I started using my 5 senses. I stopped living from my higher intellectual faculties, and I started using my 5 senses. So we're taught in school to do this. We're taught to pay attention, to see, to listen, to hear, to touch. I want you to stop doing that. Because the truth is in the idea in your mind. So the truth was 100 people on my team.
My son ended up coming back home because he had no job right now because restaurants weren't open. So what happened? They saw me being happy. They saw me glowing. I was shining so much from the outside that it was blinding them. I attracted them to me. And you bet you I would put those lessons loud so they can hear it also. Because if it was changing me, it had to change them too. You know what? My husband started doing the program. My daughter started doing the program. And so did my son.
Thinking into results is going to open up your mind to all that you're capable of and then empower you to do it. And then when you're surrounded by people who speak the same language as you and who are on the same mission as you, that is when all of the manifestations happen. That's when the life-changing stuff starts to happen.
So you can want something and not believe you can achieve it. So you're working against the law. Because the law says if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, right? The perpetual transmutation of energy.
Faith and fear, okay? Both demand that you believe something you cannot see. One of the barriers in life is fear. But when you overcome it and you choose faith, life is freaking wonderful.
Honestly, I feel like I am a magnet. And we talked about money a lot because we're humans and that is, the form of trade that we have. But I am a magnet for money and it is attracted to me and I am attracted to it. And I just got to tell you guys that money is an amplifier. So I know that a lot of things, when I first started studying this, a lot of things went against what I personally believed. which was that money's the root of all evil and rich people are bad people and all these weird things, just because I grew up without running water in a dry cabin out in the middle of 40 below weather. And that's what I was taught, because that my parents didn't know better. They just teach you from where they are, right?
Yeah.
And that's beautiful in that way, but money is an amplifier. So when you have a lot of money, you're just going to be more of what you are. So if you're good, more good is going to come out.
If you think about your mind as a garden, right? So we have this beautiful soil in our garden. And if we just leave that soil and we do nothing with it, weeds will grow. It always happens. They'll grow fast and furious. And the weeds are the negative thoughts. But if you go in there and you plant beautiful seeds for beautiful flowers, the positive thoughts, the positive ideas, the ideas of success, of self-love, and you water those seeds and you pay attention to them and you pluck the weeds, you will have a beautiful garden. So always ask yourself these 3 questions, okay? Ask yourself these all the time. What do I really want? What do I really want? Do I have that in my mind? And do I know it's happening?
The physical world is like it's the last step of creation. So everything, if you think about it, we can agree on this. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in physical form.
Persistence is part of your belief. It's a belief in your dream. It's a belief in your goal. It's belief in yourself. And it's continuing to do all the things, all the actions, even when it's boring.
When I came in this group, I said, all I want to earn is $10,000 a month income. That'll make me comfortable. When Sarah and Kathleen said double it, triple it, what do you immediately think? I've been on calls with you guys. It's the same thing. You're like, oh, come on. That's unrealistic. That's wishful thinking. There's no way. Why think about why you can't? What happened in your past does not define you now. You have the ability to make one decision right now to decide you will live this life in persistence. You will make quick, fast, and definite decisions. You will live life with a positive attitude.
How much time are you spending with your goal? Because the thing of it is like, think about like a relationship with someone in your life. The more you love that person, the more you tell them you love them, the more you think loving thoughts, the more that they start to love you back, the more they start to share loving thoughts towards you. And next thing you know, you guys are in this beautiful, loving relationship. It's the same thing with your goal. You're entertaining the idea of your goal, yes, but you're taking action in the visible world. And I think there's nothing worse than climbing a mountain of should. Climbing a mountain of should. Let's stop doing that. Let's climb a mountain of want.